All right. So, simple hypothetical question. I think I know the answer to this, but if you could spend about 20 to 30 minutes one time to permanently increase conversions on your sales pages, on your product pages by upwards of 50%, would you do it? If the answer is no, end the video here because there's no sense in you watching this. But for everyone else, I'd like to show you what we've built recently at RightMessage that I think is going to blow you away. So I want to start before I show you the goods. I want to tell you about this crusade I've been on for the last decade. So I've been trying for 10 years now to convince companies like yours to personalize their website. But most of you have said no. And you've said no because it's a lot of work. You need to first off come up with a strategy around like, what do I personalize? What makes sense to personalize? What data do I capture? All that stuff takes a lot of time. And then once you've done that, you then need to come up with a ton of copy variations. So if you have all these different audience segments, you need to come up with different headlines for each of them, subheadlines, different secondary subheadlines, and so on and so forth, again and again and again. And then finally, you need to technically get it all running. So, it's one thing to build a landing page that gets people to buy something, but making it personalized is a lot harder. So we've been trying to fix that. But the companies that have done that work have made it and survived those series of hurdles. They're seeing increases of 50+% in conversions. So for example, here on my screen, I've got Justin Welsh, one of our customers, who over the last month has had a 67% increase, or improvement, I should say, in sales conversions by doing what I just said. But the problem's been people like Justin have had to pay my team and I a lot of money to do this because it takes a lot of work, or it used to take a lot of work. We've made it easy, and I want to show you how we've made this easy. So we've built a new feature now where when you go to create a new personalization campaign in RightMessage, the only thing you need to do is paste in the page you'd like to personalize. And then also you need to give it a name, but I'll just make this easy. It doesn't matter what you call it. And then there's a few things you need to do from there. So you decide how complex do you want the personalizations to be. If you choose high, it'll come up with about 900 things that changes on the page, which might be a bit much. Medium is somewhere in between, and then low is just a few minor things. So we'll stick with medium. And then you can either have AI decide what you would like which audiences you'd like to personalize for. It'll look at your data and help you decide that, or you can choose. So I'm going to choose. I'm going to say based on the business scale. So whether they're full-time, part-time, or full-time with a team, and maybe how they make money. So online courses, services, coaching, sponsorship, ads, software, and other. I'm going to uncheck other because it doesn't make any sense. The default copy will be fine for people with other, but I'm going to come up with the 15 audience combinations that I'd like to personalize for. And once I've done that, I click one button. And what's going to happen is we're going to do a few things. We're going to go and pull the page that I entered it, and so the sales page. We're going to highlight and identify all the important copy on it. So what's the headline? What are the subheadlines? Where's the call to action? And then once we've done that, we're going to look at the audience data that's been provided, or if you leave that blank, we'll review kind of the audience data that's coming organically and find kind of the highest frequency combinations. And we're going to take all of that, and then we're going to do our best to come up with content variations that speak to all 15 of these audiences. So the idea would be if you're a coach and you're part-time, it's going to be about how to go full-time on your coaching business. If you're a course creator and you have not yet started, how do you sell your first course online? If you're already a full-time agency owner, it's going to be about scaling that. So we do that. We've programmed this AI to be smart enough to know, first off, strategically what should be changed. And then secondly, how do you do really great persuasion copywriting based on personalized material, which a lot of copywriters, frankly, aren't really that clued in on how to think in terms of multivariate personalization. So we've done all that hard work for you. And then we, behind the scenes, go and set everything up for you. And we like to think that we've done 90% of the work for you. In a second, you're going to see the new campaign that is being created right now. And my job from here is going to be to review it and make sure everything checks out. So AI is not perfect, so I'll want to go and change maybe some of the copy came up with for a certain audience, or maybe add something that it maybe missed. But my end goal and why we built this feature is to make it so in about 20, 30 minutes for most people, they should be able to go from a one-size-fits-all sales page to a bespoke sales page that says different things and highlights different benefits to different people. And that is why the customers that we have that have done this have such incredible results. It's not black magic. It's not some growth hack. It's because more specific content, more niche content will always outperform generic. But it's been hard to do that. Like, what do you do if you want to do that? Well, most people, frankly, just have a single sales page. And when you have a single sales page and a somewhat diverse audience, you need to get broad. You need to talk about whether you're just starting or you're scaling, we can help you. And here it is. We've created 480 personalizations for 15 audience variants. So that's going to load in a second. So anyway, most people have a single sales page, and it becomes, like you just need to get generic. And the problem with generic is it doesn't convert as well as specific. So I want to show you what we just created behind the scenes. So on the right is Justin's sales page. And this is the default version that if you went to the sales page today, this is what you would see. But I can go and I can say, hey, what's somebody who is selling online courses in their full time? What are they going to see? So those people are going to see, turn your expertise into a profitable online course business. Oh, these are people who are part-time. I'm sorry, not full-time. Turn your expertise into a profitable online course business in 2025, even while part-time. And this is where I'd change it. I'd probably click this and say even while part-time. But what we've done now is we've made it so people who have joined Justin's list and shared, hey, I want to, I sell courses and I'm part-time at the minute. When they come to this sales page, everything in red is going to be, that has a red box around it, are personalizations that we just set up that are more specific to them. So again, this is somebody with a day job, ready to do more than just your day job. What can you achieve part-time? And again, we're focusing on the fact that this is a course creator who's part-time. What successful course creators say about building, this doesn't make sense. So say about the course. And again, I'm just going through and I'm tweaking stuff because again, AI is not perfect. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at what it came up with and just kind of briefly review everything that happened, everything you need to start or scale a profitable course business in your spare time. Now we've already started. So why don't we just say, go all in on A. There we go. So all I do now is kind of rinse and repeat and say, okay, let's look at agencies. So turn your expertise into a thriving consulting business. Again, very different message, but same product being offered, the Creator MBA course. So if you're an agency, it's all about consulting. It's about service stuff. If you're a course creator, it's about that. Go to coaching. Let's see, side hustling coach. Build a thriving coaching business while keeping your day job in 2025. So you can probably imagine that again, if you are a coach and you're part-time and you see this speaks to you. This says, oh, I want to keep scrolling. I want to find out more about this product. And this is the kind of thing that when done right, delivers incredible results permanently. And the way we've built this at RightMessage and the beauty of this is that no matter what you've built your sales page on, so no matter what your website's hosted on or whatever else, all you need to do is include one bit of JavaScript that we give you. Do what I'm showing you here, which is kind of point and click change stuff, and then click one button, publish. And then when you're driving people from your email list to your sales page, which is probably one thing you're doing again and again, they're going to see a very bespoke, personalized page that is probably going to make them more likely to buy. And again, we have the data to show that. So we're really happy to announce that this feature is now live. If you don't have a RightMessage account yet, head over to rightmessage.com and grab a trial. One thing to note, this is only available on the personalized plan. So if you're not on that plan, you'll just need to upgrade to get access to this. But we can't wait to see what more people do with this. We have a small contingent of really power user customers who are doing some incredible things with our personalization tool, but there's always been barriers of adoption. And we're hoping that now we've eliminated every objection any online creator or business might have in personalizing their website.